The newspaper reviews this morning. We'll take a look at stories making the headlines. With me in the studio, two gentlemen, journalist and commentator Charles Ideho, and another journalist, Dari Odufowokon. Gentlemen, thank you for coming this morning. Let's head straight to the papers, starting with Daily Trust. Major headline here says, Court sacks Kanu PDP governorship candidate, party appeals ruling, INEC will monitor primaries if. And on the Vanguard, federal government persecuting my family associates, Atiku cries out. Says they are paying the price for supporting him. Why we arrested Atiku's son-in-law, Babalele lawyer. EFCC adds he held other over laundering of 150 million to be released soon. And to the New Telegraph, Amoso Okorocha ignore APC, intensify campaign for APMAA. Oshibajo governor test strength in Ogu. APC plots to win more states. Atiku PDP leaders to visit Lagos. Court sacks Kanu PDP candidates. INEC wrapped APC of victory in Akwa Ibom, says Buhari. The Nation here says defections court battles as parties intensify campaigns. Support base for Abiodun swells in Ogun. Kanu PDP ex-co defects to APC. Oyo APC accuses PDP of peddling rumors. Judge refuses to stop Bindo. Kwara governor intimidating workers. Or Tom, no plan to compromise INEC. Well, we'll go to the New Telegraph. One story, gentlemen, that might interest you, or should interest you rather, is the government saying no to illegal universities and polytechnics, as there are about 66 illegal universities and 68 polytechnics, monotechnics, and specialized technical and vocational institutions operating across the system. Charles, how alarming is this?
Well, you really can't. When you look at Nigeria, the quest for education is quite high, okay, and people want to get education at all costs, particularly this part of the world, I mean, this part of the country, down south. So what they do is that people who, they take advantage of that to now go establish something, just mushroom schools and so, and then most of them are they're even awarding degrees that are not even
not recognized.
Not recognized by the NUC. Nigerian Universities Commission. It's not even recognized by them because that's the body that started with that responsibility.
The NUC and there's the NET.
The NET, exactly. So I think it's about time the government did something about that to ensure that there is.
When you say
sanity,
government doing something about it, so what do you expect?
No, shut them down, and then whoever is responsible should be. I mean, there are laws that you could use to prosecute such persons, because the law setting up private university. There are laws setting up private university. Before you can own a private university or set it up, there are processes you must follow. There are laws you must follow. Okay, because according to there are regulations. So if you run foul of the regulations, the laws must be used to come hard on those people. So if you do that, it's only then you can serve as a deterrent to others who might have that.
Shutting them down. We've always had a long list. Year in, year out, we hear of illegal universities, we hear of illegal polytechnics, but is shutting them down really the way to go? Because we keep seeing them spring up one way or the other.
You see, the Nigerian spirit at times works in counterproductive ways. You see, the Nigerian spirit, by Nigerian spirit, I mean our ability to survive difficult situations. But we must look at the real cost of having these illegal institutions. The real cost of having illegal universities and illegal polytechnics are those graduates, in quote, of these institutions that spend 4 years only to go out there without nothing to show for going to school. People go to these schools, spend 4 years running through programs that are not recognized.
But then some say that they are trying to bridge the gap that is being created, that the government has not filled.
They are creating more problems. Ordinarily, these people will stay at home, hoping to gain admission into recognized institutions one day, without having to waste their time and waste their resources. But people go into these universities, these polytechnics, spend 4 years, they come out of these institutions, they want to go and serve to start with, and they are told, sorry, you've been wasting your time in an illegal higher institution. Now, let's talk about what should be done. Shutting them down is just what I see that is the immediate reaction to this problem. However, we should still find ways of ensuring that they don't spring up again. And how do we do this? We need to create enough avenues for people who want education. Government institutions must be able to accommodate as much as possible. We are gradually encouraging...
But they are busting in the seams. Even the already existing institutions are already busting in the seams.
Then we should, rather than encourage the way we are doing now, the establishment of more private institutions, we should establish.
But then you look at the cost, the cost of private institutions.
But the cost has to be high in order to maintain that standard. Because if you just...
How many Nigerians can afford that?
That's what I'm saying.
That is why you find people reversing to mushroom schools. It started with the nursery and primary schools.
Yeah.
Graduated into the secondary schools. We started having issues at that level of education because every Tom, Dick, and Harry can wake up and establish just a school.
So if education is subsidized, wouldn't we be having this challenge?
It will help. It will help.
Yeah. But I think in the long run, what might happen is if we de-emphasize this over certification of our society, we can achieve that. What do I mean? You don't necessarily have to have a degree for you to make sense, for you to be able to to contribute meaningfully to national development. Really? Now you can, some of these schools that government is, okay, you have monolithic, polytechnic and all of them. What you need to do is the emphasis have to be placed on skills acquisition, not just theory, where at the end of the day, so you have BSc in mechanical engineering, you have not even seen a spanner in your life. But if we now shift that focus from there,
but then the government has tried to push for skills acquisition through its social intervention program.
Even the issue, the issue of skill acquisition will not solve this problem.
Really,
some of these institutions are polytechnics offering courses that dwells on skills. But what we are talking about should be, we should regulate this sector in such a way that mushroom schools and illegal schools will no longer exist. Those who pay the highest price when they happen are the students. No, government will come with a policy.
I have to go back to, sorry, that I said to go back to this. Regulations on the one hand, but we should. What I'm saying, we should shift focus to skill acquisition. Because if you do that, then you are raising entrepreneurs. You are raising entrepreneurs. So people don't have to. They don't have to go to a degree or
skills.
But they are not doing legal. But most of them are theories.
Gentlemen, we have to drop it at this point. Thank you.